Check. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. If you can hear me right now and you're live on your feed, could you please put a 1 in the chat? If you can hear me right now on your feed, please put a 1 in your chat. What's up? Shout out to all my heavy hitters. Shout out to people here for the first time. New York is in the building. Strong Island, all day, every day. Looks like y'all can hear me. Brooklyn's in the building. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to VA. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Miami, Florida. Huh? Shout out to Houston, Texas. Looks like we ready, y'all.
Gotta give you see something. I can. Look, one way or another, we gon' get our family up about together. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rep one or two things that come to the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things that the guns in the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things that the guns in the butter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rep one or two things that come to the butter. Sleeping patterns kinda complicated, ain't no time for wasting, we some entrepreneurs. I feeling like Scarface on top of the balcony, the word is yours. Took some losses, I was down bad. Napoleon complex, I'm mad, about to put the camp up in the clad bag. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Chicken dinners, or you roll with the winners. Taking over for the summer. I double back for the winter. I be with the scammers and spinners. Innovators in the middleman. All my riders got a dental plan. None of my shooters got Instagram. Bang, bang. Got some rich headed out of bounds. Had to hop in the renty to ride around. About to switch up the whisk cause they stalking now. Whispering body dropping on my side of town. Flick of finesse. Known to stay up out the mess. Business is never personal. We can politic the rest. I got a plug and they made me a plug. All my moves on they need to know. Rapper weed got me speaking slow. Bet you pay attention when we speaking up. Drip it drown, you gon' sink or you swim. In the field, we be getting it in. Type of pressure that your boys and the men. Fly gotta feel me back at it again. Yeah. One way or another, we gon' get our family up about together. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop back in the trap when investing in the streets, treasures recover. In this world, you can only rep one or two things that come to the butter. Whoa.
Good evening, everybody! In heaven, Hollywood! Live on a Saturday effing night! Woo! It's the Heaven Hollywood experience. Live from I'm not even going to say an undisclosed location. Heaven Hollywood, we are here live Saturday night, November 1st. Scorpio season is in effect. My birthday's in 3 days. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Diddy. Happy birthday to, as we effectively call her in the chat, the cat lady, Courtney. All the Scorpios, man. Shout out to all the Scorpios out there. Anybody had a birthday on the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Shout out to you. What's up, Crystal? Project Sticky said 11/14. It's her birthday. Shout out to you, Scorpio season. We'll definitely be giving you a birthday shout out. Dallas in the building. D-Town. Shout out to my girl, Shay in the building. It is the industry this week. So this is going to be a long one. This is not my hour stream. This is more like my 3-hour stream. All right. Shout out to Conscious TV who tapped in. Hopefully they'll catch this on the replay. There's a lot of people going live right now. But the best show in town is the Heaven Hollywood Experience. So let me get into my screen. Hold on a second here. You know, yesterday was Halloween, the devil's holiday, or what they call it, the devil's birthday. So I hope you blessed whatever candy, if you took your child out, I hope whatever candy you got, you prayed over it, man. Because it's crazy out there right now. So whatever candy you got, make sure you blessed it. And for the chocolate, make sure you get your child into breaking their chocolate in half. Right? Break it in half and look inside it, because you just never know. So that's what I started my daughter on doing. She's going to she breaks all her chocolate in half. Just in case. Right? But hope your kids had a nice Halloween. Those that celebrate Halloween or let their kids celebrate Halloween. But we are doing the industry this week. And I'll tell you something, man. A lot of things going on. I'll be sharing my screen with y'all in a minute to let y'all see all the fuckery. One day I'm going to go into my DMs just for shits and giggles. Huh? Look, people let me know already that my shit is coming out. Like I said. We're going to get into that, the whole Megan situation with Klay Thompson. Let me see who's in the chat. What's up, Ramona? Okay, I finally, my first mod shows up. That is Darius. My right hand and my left hand is Reese. I don't see Reese yet. Shell on Christian, shout out. Crimson, shout out. Mia Moore, shout out. So, also, we're going to shout out a person over, whoever's over watching on Twitch. Shout out to you guys as well. Mia Moore, you said you're still waiting? I shouted you out. Exactly. But hit the like button coming through the door. Huh? Make sure you have subbed. If you have not subbed to me, make sure you have hit the subscription. Make sure you follow me on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, TickFace, Facegram, everything. Make sure you follow me on all platforms, please. Mod, got you. I got you. I do need more mods. Because my mods are busy. You know, I try to stay with a certain amount, but my mods are busy. My mods be getting money. They can't be in here all the time. You know what I mean? So I do need to get some more people, as mods, right? Because once I get into it, I'm not really looking at what's going on, and then sometimes they be wilding. Wilding. So anyway, hit the like button coming through the door. We're gonna get into something. Let's get into. Let me find my video that can help be my guide. So I dropped the video today. Y'all can check it out. And before we get into the topics, let's go through here. You got people lying still, like Khadijah Lynn and Prickett TV and Murad Morale. You got these people still lying up in here, right? But we'll get to the liars a little later. We're not going to really deal with the liars. We definitely going to talk about this Ra Ali stuff, right? We're going to tap in with a couple of different people. We're going to tap in with, Conscious TV isn't going to be available. It's going to be available. I was hoping to get them on to have a little word with them, but they have their own live coming up. Tory Lanez, we're going to talk about him and Aiden. Depots granted. All right. So we'll talk about what's going on in that case. And you're going to talk about Maga Minaj. Or as she would say, we got to talk about Maga Minaj, man. And what exactly is going on over here. Because all of the, a lot of the Republicans have now started saying, I just called one out a little while ago, and I was like, regardless, you could try to claim all you want. She belongs to us, so give me your favorite 3 Nicki Minaj songs, and he could never answer me. Oh, I've been a Nicki Minaj fan since day one. Oh, yeah? What's her first song? No answer. But we're going to get into the whole, her tweet that went viral. I believe it's up to around almost 20 million views on the tweet. So she's been trending. On this tweet, right? Meanwhile, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, or what have you, has got hit with another lawsuit. I mean, it's so weird, right? It's so weird that ever since Tony Busby, right? Ever since Tony Busby, and remember, there wasn't any lawsuits while the whole situation with Diddy, that lawsuit, the one with Diddy's going on. But right after they got that lawsuit dismissed, they all started coming. Now, this is well before, I know everybody likes to give Nicki credit and like, oh, yeah, Nicki set it all in motion. I mean, after she said something for the Super Bowl, she didn't really say anything else about Roc Nation again until this lawsuit with the daughter. But before that, by the time she finally said something, Roc Nation already had 5 to 10 lawsuits out there, right? And it's just crazy how now most of these lawsuits have not amounted to anything. And we're going to find out if one of them finally do. We're going to find out whether Jay-Z had lost his mojo and Alex Spyro, with the ability to get rid of all these lawsuits, or some of them gets dropped. Remember, Jay-Z has won 3 lawsuits prior when people tried to sue him. So, but if after you go to, as my grandmother used to say, you go into the well once too often, eventually somebody's going to get you for a bag. Now, how big of a bag is the question, right? How big of a bag is the question. Well, Crystal, you come to the right place because I'm going to catch you up on everything. You know what I mean? I'm going to catch you up on everything. All right? So let me see here. Just a little disclosure, for people who do not know, when I first came into Cindy Sweeney, when I first came into the industry many years ago, I had to come in via the porn route or the adult entertainment route because nobody was giving me a chance to get any production credits. So that's what I had to come in and get my production credits through the adult entertainment world. So I still have a lot of friends in the adult entertainment business, and you might see 1 or 2 pop up on my timeline. Don't get too alarmed. Don't get too alarmed, but it happens. A lot of my friends are adult entertainers. Ramona, let's see here. We'll get into this too. Hi, Heaven, regarding Maga Klay and your post on how they need to watch out for those entitled who will bring up Klay's exes, try and get interviews with them. It's slowly starting. I know it is. I told you, Ramona. Ramona, I'm the GOAT. Y'all may not realize it, and a lot of people don't realize it. But I know how this shit works. I did this shit for 21 and a half years. I know how this shit works. Right? Especially now with new media, as they call it, which is nothing but YouTube and online media. Right? That's what it is. So, let's see here. We're going to talk about, at the top of the week, I believe it was Megan and Glorilla, right? So, let's see here. Let's tap in right now to probably Coffee City. Let's go see what Coffee City's talking about. We'll start off our night with Coffee City. Because Megan and Glorilla, the beef is now seemingly full blown, right? Shout out to Coffee City. If you are not tapped into Coffee City, I suggest you tap it. Right? So I like to go around, the whole entire league. Get like the good stuff. And then I can add or subtract away from what I want. Right? Right. So let's tap in to this Megan Thee Stallion Glorilla. This is where it started at. It's happened at the beginning of the week, right? So hold on here. And we're gonna get to everything, y'all. It's gonna be a long night. We're gonna get to everything. We're about to tap into Coffee City.
Glorilla are no longer cool. Okay, something happened yesterday that got the people talking. So you all know that when Cardi B was going off on Armand Wiggins, she said, "You ain't no Kellen."
Put the
Okay,
one
and
in
she
the
was
chat if
speaking
y'all can
on
hear it.
Meg Thee Stallion's hairstylist, right? So Glorilla was at the game with EJ King, who used to be Meg Thee Stallion's stylist. But during the Tory Lanez trial, he testified against Megan. Okay, so they're no longer cool. We don't know why they fell out. People kept bringing different stories, but both of them have not let us know why they fell out. All we know is he used to be her stylist. It didn't work out. When the Tory Lanez trial happened, he went to court and testified against Megan. That's all we know. So now that he's cool with Glorilla, people are saying that Glow is being shady because she cool with someone that doesn't like Megan. Glorilla and EJ went to the game yesterday, right? So this video was going viral of Glorilla falling. Check it out.
Down
So of
goes
course that
Frazier.
video is going viral,
Down goes
and there
Frazier.
go a picture of she and EJ King. Someone said now she has her own Kellen now. Kellen commented, Meg Thee Stallion's stylist commented, he said, "You in no Kellen?" So of course this started going viral. People are
Okay, so a lot of people don't even understand why Megan and Glorilla started beefing. So there's about 3 different stories for 3 different. I'm gonna give everybody the stories of why they started beefing or the possibilities of why they started beefing, and I'm gonna give you what I think. All right. So there are 3 different stories. All right. And I'm going to give you the only 3 that make sense. I'm sure there's more than 3 out there, but these are the 3 that make sense. And then we're going to pick the one that I think it is. All right. The first one was that there was a Ari Fletcher and Moneybag Yo took a little break. There was a rumor that Glorilla was sleeping with Moneybag Yo, and Megan Thee Stallion, who dated Moneybag Yo in the past. There was a rumor of them having a little, get that old thing back for a day, a week, or whatever type thing going on. So there was a rumor that when Megan was, after she had broken up with Partisan, and I believe she had broken up with Torrey Craig, or it may have been before she got with Torrey Craig. It may have been in between the breakup with Partisan and getting with Torrey Craig, or the breakup with Torrey Craig and being single. But there's a rumor that her and Moneybagg Yo got back up while he was on break with Ari Fletcher. So Glorilla and Megan, this is after they did the record together or whatever, was end up sleeping with Moneybagg Yo. I heard somebody got in their feelings or what have you. I don't really know who, but that's the first one, right? Then we got the second one, and that is the whole thing about the album. Now, Glorilla was brought out on tour with Megan. Megan brought Glorilla on tour, and then when their albums came out, people were saying how Glorilla outsold Megan, even though it was only about 3,000 or 4,000. And then what happened was there was Barb's and other people hopping on Glorilla's side, saying Glorilla took Megan's spots and the other. Megan then allegedly got upset with Glorilla, saying, you wasn't trying to diffuse none of it. You just allowed people to shit on me or come for me. And you never once stepped up and said, no, Megan's my girl, yo, this, that, and the other. It's all good. We both winners, whatever. So that rumor was that Megan said, you was letting it happen. You wouldn't diffuse the situation. And then, of course, the final one was the whole Tory Lanez situation when Glorilla posted a Tory Lanez on her story, but she did. It was a video, but it had Tory Lanez in the back. And according to Glorilla, she had no idea that Tory Lanez music was playing in the back. So remember, Megan unfollowed her. She unfollowed Megan. And then Megan went and cropped out her picture with Beyonce. All right. There was a picture on Megan's social media with Beyonce. See if I can find it. Right. With Beyonce is Beyonce, Megan, and Glorilla. They had a picture together. Remember, everybody made a big deal about that picture. And Megan cropped Glorilla out of the picture. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you the picture. Let's see. Was this? Could y'all hear the video? Y'all couldn't hear the video, right? Because I don't think I had on the right one. The Coffee City video, could y'all hear that? I think I had it on the wrong screen. I don't think y'all was able to hear it. Put a one in the chat if you could hear the Coffee City video. You heard it? Hey, Miss Fields. Miss Fields in the building. Okay, great. Great. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right. So this picture, let me go to this picture here. Let's go to this picture. There was a picture of Glorilla, uh, Megan, and Beyonce. So we're gonna go back to it. I'll go back to coffee in a minute. I'm just gonna share that picture so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So Megan Thee Stallion, once she unfollowed Glorilla, and then Glorilla was like, "Why are you unfollowing me?" and blah 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 blah. Right? Let's see here. Here goes. If y'all can see. So this is the original picture right here. That's one of the original pictures, right? And then they took another one with this one when where Glorilla was next to us. And what happened is Megan Thee Stallion cut out Glorilla because they had a couple of pictures together. They had this one, they had this one over here, and Megan Thee Stallion cropped her out. Right? And so on Megan's Instagram, you could just see Glorilla's arm. So you know she's still in the picture. You can see her arm. So even after Megan went and followed Glorilla back, because Glorilla played like, "What are you unfollowing me for?" I had no idea that was even Tory Lane's, you know, song or what have you. But then she kind of makes herself look guilty because she's hanging with people that rock with Tory Lanez. And now she's hanging with EJ King and EJ King testified against Megan Thee Stallion during the trial. So that's where we are with it right now. And then what happened was the other day, once they were seen at the game, EJ King was at the game with Glorilla. You know he's no longer styling Megan. He's no longer styling Megan, but now Glorilla's with him, and it looks like Megan has unfollowed her ass again.
Are saying, "Oh my goodness, this is proof that Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla are no longer cool." Because why is Megan stylist shading Glorilla stylist? You know what I mean? Do I feel like it's messy? Yes, I definitely feel as though it's messy because Kellen is trying to put some drama on Megan. You know what I mean? He did not have to make any comment, in my opinion, because by him doing so, now people are saying Megan and Glorilla are definitely not cool anymore. So EJ responded, he said, "I could give not one, two, three F's about anything you ever got going on, baby. You should know that out of all people." So that's what he had to say. EJ also said, "I never give a F to be one. Please, let's not forget, it would be no Kellen and Mag if it wasn't for me. Let's be humble, babes." He also commented on the Neighborhood Talks page. He said, which is delusional because we went to the game first, lol. And when did it become a race or a competition to be like anybody? I think that's the weirdest misconception that goes around. So that's what EJ had to say. Now, someone just posted this. Okay, they just posted this. This girl tweeted this. "Look at Megan and her team peaking with Glorilla in real time. All because she posted a quote that had Tory Lane's music attached to it months ago. That girl has a very dark spirit. Shush. So, the person was calling out Meg Thee Stallion. And someone else commented saying, we all know she started being bitter after she was outsold by Glorilla. Laugh my ear off. And tell me why Glow liked that tweet. So everyone started commenting saying the girl is rich.
Well, there we go. If Glorilla liked that tweet, like I said before, man, a like is a cosign. Right? A like is a cosign. What's up, Mo? What's going on, Mo? A like is a cosign. And if Glorilla liked the tweet, that's apparently what Glorilla feels like. Glorilla feels that Megan started being shady once she outsold her. But let's be real. You outsold her by what? 3,000 records? 2,000 records? She's really salty over 2,000 records or 3,000 records, whatever it was. I mean, jeez. How many she did start moving at? How many records did Glorilla outsell Megan Thee Stallion? Somebody put in the chat. Somebody put in the chat. How many records did Glorilla outsell Megan Thee Stallion by? He said, is that why she got that bottle thrown at her? Yeah, by 4K. Thank you. So Smiling said, but Meg outsold her overall. I don't get it. But you see, that's this new generation, right? This new generation believes that nothing else counts after the first week, right? They believe nothing else counts after the first week. So if you don't sell but 50,000 first week, and then all of a sudden you sell 800,000 the second week, it's act like they don't care. They don't care about that. All they care about is first week numbers. I don't know where we come to thinking like that, but we're here. So nobody cares about, okay, so it's 5K. Thank you, 12 Gossip. Thank you, Darius. So it's actually 5K. All right. So that's where we are as far as that goes. Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, update. Megan has unfollowed Glorilla, and I'm sure she won't be following her back. These whole stylists be messy. The fans be messy. Like the fans and the stylists, it's very scarce in the entertainment industry. And the funny thing is this. The LGBTQ community pretty much run the stylist positions in entertainment business, especially in the hip hop world. I would say 90% of the best stylists are in the LGBTQ community. So everybody wants to run and get the token gay stylist. I don't know what it is with them, but they all fighting to get the best gay stylist. And it's like the gay stylist, maybe they're the best, right? But it's like where it used to be, and I forgot the guy's name, but he used to have a hard time. As a guy that I worked with on one of our movie sets, he used to have a really hard time. He was gay. He used to have a really hard time in the entertainment industry in the late 90s, early 2000s. I spoke to him maybe like 3-4 months ago, just checking on him to see how he's doing. He's like, yo, if I was in the industry now, I'd be lit. And he just was a little bit bitter because he was openly gay, and they gave him such a hard time. Right now, it's like they all want you. Like you have to be gay, or else they don't even want you. Right? It's like they don't even want you. So all of these girls, whether it's Nikki with Eric and Tay, Megan with EJ King, I'm gonna assume EJ's gay. Then we got what's the main stylist dude with the blonde hair? He was like one of the first ones. And then we got Lights, Bobby Lights, I think his name is. I think he was a stylist. Then we had the Jonathan guy. Right? So you had like 3 or 4 of them for the top spot that all of the rap girls went and got them. What's up, BK? You know what I mean? So they were all trying to get a gay stylist and have them exclusively do their hair, right? Or do them or design them or style them or whatever. Right. So that's what's going on as far as that goes. So, and it's very scarce because you want the best ones. You want the best ones. And most of them are like, listen, most of the girls don't want you. If you're styling them, it's like if you're styling Nicki Minaj, you can't style Lotto. If you're styling Nicki Minaj, you can't style Cardi B. So it's like you take on the beef. You have to take on the beef of these female rappers. If you come and you style like what's Cardi B's guy? He's not Kellen, is it? Isn't Kellen? Isn't Kellen Megan's best friend? What's the other tall guy that does Cardi B? Yep, Tokyo Styles. Colin. So Colin is the big tall guy. Thank you, Mimi. Colin's the guy that styles Cardi B. Then Kellen is Megan's best friend. I guess he's a stylist. Then Karrueche, even though she's not a rapper, her best friend was a stylist, was a gay stylist. I think all of the girls, I don't know who styles Lotto, but it's like a lot of the female stylists feel some type of way now because it's like I spoke to a lot of female stylists and they're like, we're just as good as the boys. So we just good the boys, but it's that they're the trend now. That's what's trending. Oh, you have to have a gay stylist, and if you're a female that's out there, a gay best friend. I mean, that's just the way that's what's in right now. Right? That's what's in right now. So a lot of the female stylists that I spoke to, they feel some type of way because it's like they feel as though they're just as good as the boys, but the boys are what's in right now. Dwight. Santana. Oh, Saucy Santana. Oh, Saucy Santana. All right, so that's what's going on with that. Megan, Glow. You can tell me whether you're Team Glow or you're Team Meg. Me, if I have to bet on one, I'm going to say that they may have had some friction with the album thing, but I don't think that is what did it. I think it was her posting the thing with Tori. On top of that, Glow was all over Chris Brown. Chris Brown had just finished saying free Tory, and then Glorilla's over there on Chris Brown. And again, Glorilla should be allowed to, just because Glorilla, is grinding on Chris Brown, that doesn't necessarily mean, oh, she don't like Megan or she believe. I mean, damn. I mean, she also messes with Drake, right? Glorilla fools with Drake. Drake don't like Megan. Megan don't like Drake. So if Glorilla wouldn't be allowed to go, say what up to Drake, because Megan, the girls be on some BS, right? So it was that unfollow was swift, right? Too much beef. That's why the music not really moving. Exactly. Exactly. So that's why the music not really moving, because they have too much mess going on and taking them all off their game. I 100% agree. Say it again, Darius, for the people in the cheap seats, because that is 100% what's going on. The men with the whole Drake thing, and the women over here, everybody arguing and fighting. Oh, you got to take my side. If you take my side, pick a side. That pick a side culture. All right, so that's that. She doesn't owe Megan that much loyalty. Glorilla still has to create her own relationships with other artists. I hate that they tried to make people choose. That's right. Ever since this Cardi B, Nicki Minaj shit started, everything's about picking sides. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, because it wasn't like that before. It was not like that before, because people liked Kim and they liked Foxy. You know what I'm saying? So there was a time where there were people who liked both Kim and Foxy, and they wanted to see them both. They wanted to see them good. So that's all people rooted for the whole entire time Kim and Fox was in. They didn't want them beefing. There was people who liked me, like me personally. I liked Kim and Foxy. I preferred Foxy, but I liked Kim. Like, I liked Kim. Right? So I always wanted to see them do a record together, because the record that they got on together, it wasn't really together. I mean, they got on a record together, but it wasn't really together. But nowadays, the fans want to see them beefing. The fans don't even want to see them cool. They don't want to see them cool. Especially because Megan isn't lucrative business-wise. And what makes you say that? I like this Mo. Especially because Megan isn't lucrative business-wise. Now, what makes you say that? What makes you say Megan isn't lucrative business-wise? That's a good question, Darius. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I got an answer for you. I'll give you an answer. Her tour. So what? Her tour didn't make any money? You think that you think they lost money on Megan's tour? So you said her tour isn't lucrative business. All right. So Megan Thee Stallion sold out a lot of her shows. And I believe she sold Madison Square Garden out. So I don't know if I'm going to agree with you on that and say it's not lucrative business, unless you can tell me that Megan Thee Stallion lost money on her tour. And I don't think she lost money on the tour. So I don't know where you're getting that from, right? So Megan Thee Stallion's last tour, the Hot Girl Summer Tour, grossed $40.2 million in revenue. It is unknown what her net profit was, as the tour expenses were not public information. The tour, which concluded in 2024, included 30 shows and sold over 240,000 tickets across North America and Europe. It was a commercial success, selling out 13 arena stops, right? The tour is recognized as the biggest debut tour by a female rapper this century. I don't know what you talk about there, Mo. I got to disagree. Billboard recognized the tour as one of the 4 key female rap tours in 2024. Some individual sold-out dates had impressive revenues, such as Madison Square Garden, which brought in $1.72 million. Right? I mean, I don't know. It sounds pretty successful to me. That's not a 3 Grammys artist tour. What do you mean by that? That's not a 3 Grammys artist tour. I mean, Grammys don't mean that you're a huge artist because you have a lot of Grammys. Grammys actually has nothing to do with how big of an artist you are. Because there's been a lot of small artists who's won Grammys. Right? That rhetoric that you're using sounds like Bob rhetoric. That's Bob rhetoric. Like they always throw in 3 Grammys when they call themselves throwing shade at Megan. But there's no number for what you're supposed to do if you won a Grammy. Didn't Doechii just win a Grammy, and her album, what did her album sell? Then the album sell like 11K. And so the sales really have nothing to do with the amount of Grammys you have, right? I mean, because look, if that's the case, look at what Madonna has in revenue. Look at what Madonna has in revenue as far as touring, right? But then when you say, right? If I ask how many Grammys does Madonna have? So Madonna has 7 Grammys. She's been doing music for 40 years, right? She's been doing music for 40 years, and she has only 7 Grammys. However, she's probably the most, she's probably grossed the most out of any artist, female artist ever. And she's only got 7 Grammys. So the Grammys really don't matter. And you kind of moved the goalpost there, Mo. At first you said it wasn't successful. Then once I gave you the numbers, then you said that's not a 3 Grammy tour. Well, that's what you should have said from the beginning. So, I mean, not successful and not being a 3 Grammy, in your opinion, a 3 Grammy artist tour, those are 2 different things. But you said it wasn't lucrative, and that's just not true. All right? So Megan Thee Stallion also let's see. What? Hold on. So here we go. Megan Thee Stallion in 2024, and even though we all know that we don't know exactly how much money they have, but we do know generally around what their net worth is, right? So Megan Thee Stallion net worth in 2024, if I remember, was roughly around 15 million. But now in 2025, her net worth is 30. So she increased her net worth by 15 million over 1 year. That means she made money, right? So Glorilla, who isn't as a bigger artist as Megan, it would be lucrative for Glorilla on Megan's tour. Because number one, it gave Glorilla more eyes. More people got a chance to see her. So just because, see, I think the problem is people are used to comparing everybody to Nicki Minaj. Just because somebody don't have as much money as Nicki Minaj don't mean they ain't got money. That's what y'all need to stop. Like, y'all need to stop comparing everything to Nicki Minaj, right? Because just because she isn't as rich as Nicki Minaj don't mean she ain't rich. She's still rich, right? She's just not as rich as Nicki Minaj. But y'all think just because just like and another thing, y'all have to stop thinking that a narrative that I see a lot with Megan is, oh, Rock Nation, she gonna owe them money. I see that narrative a lot. Oh, Rock Nation wasting their money. What are you talking about? Rock Nation works for Megan. Megan don't work for Rock Nation. Yo, that's one thing y'all got. And thank you, Jocelyn, for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. That's one thing everybody seems to get misconstrued, right? Megan don't work for Rock Nation. Rock Nation works for Megan. So I don't understand why y'all people always talk about, she gonna owe Rock Nation money. She pays Rock Nation. How is she gonna owe them money? People tend to remember she's not on Rock Nation's label. Rock Nation is her distributor and her management company. Managers work for the artists. Artists don't work for the managers. Right? So that's what a lot of y'all just be seeing stuff on the internet, and because you want to throw shade at Megan, all of those rhetorics are Bob rhetorics. Right? Investing doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. Last time Megan sold 100 was 2020. If anything, Rock Nation is losing money investing her. Again, and you're saying it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. Rock Nation didn't invest in her. Goofy. So when I sound delusional, Rock Nation did not invest in Megan Thee Stallion. Goofy. They're her managers. She pays them. What are you talking about? Dumb penis. With a name like Penis, no wonder you come with that take. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Oh, if anything, they're losing money investing in her. They didn't invest in her, idiot. She pays them. in here loud and wrong with a name like Cruel Penis. Know what you're talking about when you come in here. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Know what you're talking about when you come in here, pal. If anything, you're going to lose money because the money they invested in her. They didn't invest money in her, idiot. Oh, you're delusional. If you, the last time she sold 100K was 2020. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to show that they invested in her. That if anything, she owes them money. Now, how do you feel now, dumbass? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Came in here and made an ass out of yourself. Cruel penis. Dumb penis. Oh, I'm not 1,000 pounds like you. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, what a great comeback. I'm not 1,000 pounds. Oh, cruel penis. Oh, what a great one. What a great comeback. I'm not 1,000 pounds like you. What a comeback. Oh, yeah. Stranze, girl. What a comeback. I understand you feel like a fool. You should. You should. Anybody that walks around with that name and then comes and don't know what the hell they're talking about, I would feel like a dummy too. And guess what? You just got banned. So bye, cruel penis. I tell you, Naya, I don't understand either. You come in here, you gotta have to know what you're talking about, right? 22 years of my life was spent doing this. You gotta know what you're talking about when you come in here. If you know what you're talking about, I'm good with it. You know what I mean? And again, people once again, people are really underestimating. Freaking Ace Boogie with the hoodie is a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine is a millionaire. Still, Bad Baby is a millionaire. These people are millionaires. They don't sell anywhere near the records. That freaking Freddie, what's his name? Gibson? What's the dude's name? Freddie Gibbs is a millionaire. These dudes don't sell nowhere near the amount of records that Megan Thee Stallion sells. And they're millionaires. You don't think Megan got money? Let's move on. Let's move on. What else? Now, Offset recently put out a song and he's dissing Cardi B in the song. right? Let's tap in with that real quick. Offset. This is Cardi B. Let's go into that. I'm surprised Offset put out a project so quickly. But shout out to Offset for putting out a project that fast. All right. Let's see what this is about.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee City. Offset just dropped a new album, and he shaded Cardi B in his new song, No Sweat.
You a fool if you think that I'm hurt. You ain't happy, I know how it work. How you married and still giving birth.
So, yeah.
All right, come on. So he said, he basically said that Cardi B ain't happy. And how she happy?
You ain't happy, I know how it work. How you married and still giving birth.
So, yes, Offset is throwing shots at Cardi B. Now, fans are saying that Cardi B responded to Offset by saying this. I posted the full audio, but let's get into this little clip.
Your baby come out cross-eyed. They're wishing that your baby come out you missing something. They're wishing that you have a delivery. They're probably wishing death while you deliver. Remember when I said at the meet and greet that I felt like a lot of dark energy and weird, like just weird things coming like on my pregnancy and stuff. There's hate that was coming from women that my baby dad dealt in the past, rappers wishing all type of STDs on me while I'm pregnant. Clearly, partners that I dealt with. People like to bash me and like try me the most when I'm my most vulnerable. I'm not better than nobody. I'm not a witch. Okay? I'm not a witch. I don't do black magic on people. I'm not better than nobody. I'm not better than you. I'm not better than anybody. Anybody that messes with me while I'm my most vulnerable, and my most vulnerable is always when I'm pregnant, God always punished them. And God goes and punished them the worst way. When you protected by
Okay. I'm going to stop it right there. Now, I feel as though every time I give a take on Cardi, I just always feel like I have to remind people that I love Cardi B, right? As far as music goes, like I like Glorilla too, but like as far as all the way around female rappers music that I listen to like the most, I've been listening to Glorilla mostly as of late, but in its totality, it's been Cardi B, right? I love her come up story, I love her personality, and I F with her music. However, this take right here, I'm getting tired of. And not just from her. I'm getting tired of these celebrities. And I think I went in the Coffee City's comments. I'm getting tired of these celebrities always talking about God and bringing God into it. Nicki Minaj doing it the same thing the other day. I don't want to hear nothing about Jesus, God coming out of y'all's mouth when all y'all do secular music, all y'all talk about your pussy, all y'all exploit sex, All of you talk jealousy and envy, all this other. Stop bringing God into this conversation. Ain't none of y'all saved. I'll say it again. Ain't none of y'all saved. You ain't saved doing this type of music. You're not saved committing adultery. You're not saved committing fornication. You're not saved. Stop it. Stop bringing God into it. Because you can't say, God don't play about me and he's going to do bad things to you. But then when bad things are done to you, you say it's the devil doing it. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say when bad things happen to you, it's the devil, but when bad things happen to your ops, it's God punishing them. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. God loves them just like he loves you. It has nothing to do with God. Y'all are out here, according to God, you're out here doing the devil's music. All of y'all. All of y'all. None of y'all are no better than the other one. I said the same thing about Nikki when she's talking about Jesus and, oh, God, I'm a God this and a God's child. And so I'm a function. I can write it till the dick up inside. God wants you singing that? That's a gospel rap? You're a child of God saying, I can do it, I can write it, put the dick up inside it? That's the type of music God wants you doing? Committing every single 7 deadly sin? The 7 deadly sins, right? What are the 7 deadly sins? Okay? Vain, an excessive love of self and desire to be better or more important than others. Don't female rappers do that? All of them do that. Greed, an excessive pursuit and disordered desire for material possessions or wealth. The female rappers do that. Lust, a disordered desire for or enjoyment of sexual pleasure or intense longing for something in general. They do that as well. Envy, a selfish sadness or intense desire for the possessions, talents, status, or abilities of another person. They do that as well. So that's the first 4 of the 7 deadly sins. Here we go. Gluttony, a disordered or excessive love and of overconsumption of food, drink, or anything to the point of excess. They all do that. Wrath or anger, uncontrolled feelings of anger, rage, or hatred that often reveal themselves in a wish for vengeance. They all do that. You just heard Cardi talking about that. Sloth, more than mere physical laziness. It is an apathetic listlessness, a kind of sorrow or weariness about spiritual goods and the failure to act or utilize one's talents. Now, I'm not going to call any of these rappers lazy. So that's probably the only one of the 7 deadly sins that they don't commit. All the other ones, they all commit. So please, stop using God as a weapon when y'all probably, the last time y'all niggas probably went to church was probably God knows how long ago. Let's stop all that. God is not out here punishing nobody for Cardi B. He ain't out here punishing nobody for Nicki Minaj. They're not out here punishing. Whatever y'all are doing the devil's music. So whatever's happening is the devil. Sorry, not sorry. If God is blessing you, and if God is making something negative happen to somebody else, then when something negative happens to you, maybe it's God punishing you for them. Like, y'all need to stop this. These female rappers need to stop this.
By certain Orishas, they're not going to play about you. Anybody that fucks with the parent with the person that's bearing children, that's bearing the child, the Orishas are not gonna play about them. It's not gonna be me that's gonna come and get you. It's gonna be the Lord Himself. You're gonna find yourself in a hole. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, not maybe you would even see it coming, but they are going to get you. My relationship is at peace. My money is at peace.
So yeah, they're saying this is Cardi B's response.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, Coyle Ray plays Megan. Look, anything else in here I want to see? Nikki's sister denied the family ties. No one cares about Nikki's sister. Shout out to Gloria Velez, who has her on there, but no one cares about Nikki's sister. Cardi, please hurry and have this baby, because I want to see you back outside. I want to see you promoting the album. I've been wanting Magnet to get promoted. I've been wanting Check Please to get promoted. And I'm just hoping that you drop this child soon. But please, y'all, stop talking about God. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, hold on. Let me tap in. Hold on. Let me tap in with my boy Jay Nolan, because I have to keep an eye on my stream too. Let me tap in with Jay Nolan, because he does a great breakdown of so something else happening with Megan, Milagro, and then we're going to get to Tasha K and Nicki Minaj and Maga
What would you like
Minaj.
to make disappear?
All that stuff out there.
Visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We're going to get the Maga Minaj soon. All right. I am not thinking about this dude. All right. You know, lion ass Khadijah Lynn with them big ass bifocals. Them those lies come right out her glasses. So here we go.
It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure
If
y'all
y'all have not
sharing it on
tapped
your
in
respective
with
platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today.
Jay
Now, let's
Nolan,
get into the
make sure
show.
y'all tap in with him. Very good content creator. He's a good rapper too.
These fuck niggas got nothing to discuss with them unless it's about business. I replenish when they all diminish. Started caking, I ain't never finished. Can't kill him, I've been too kind. When the money piled, I need y'all to witness. Pull up on them like
He's a good rapper too.
However, the trial is set to commence on November 17th. All right. So in just about 2.5 weeks, we're going to actually see what this is going to be. Been building towards this moment for quite some time. A lot of allegations have been made. A lot of files have been pulled regarding Milagro, regarding monies Milagro accepted, regarding many and plenty of statements that Milagro has made on her platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and those that have yet to be fully uncovered
I just got to stop for a minute.
On platform.
Jay Nolan is probably one of the funniest dudes on here. I'd support him like wholeheartedly. Black man doing his thing, pretty much started his platform from nothing. And, you know, he really wanted to be a musician and a rapper, and he's really a good rapper. But he's so funny. If you're not subbing to him, please sub to him. We're just gonna get a little breakdown, and then we'll discuss it on our own about this, what's going on with Tory Lanez and this Megan Thee Stallion thing, because he's now entered the chat on the Megan Thee Stallion Milagro case.
Forms such as Discord and WhatsApp. Okay. Not to mention text messages, phone calls between herself and Tory Lanez's father that seem to be very urgent. We're also dealing with destroyed evidence in text messages from Milagro's phone that she was expressly told to preserve. She got rid of them anyway. Now she's been enforced with sanctions, meaning she will have to pay Megan Thee Stallion damages for deleting these files.
Damn.
And she's going to have to pay legal fees.
Damn.
For Megan having to take on additional time from legal counsel in order to find all of these things.
Damn.
Okay. So let's get into what's been going on this week. All right. Now, we already have a deposition, 2 depositions that have taken place with the DJ that don't spin. He was trying to fight it. He was not able to fight it.
Wait.
We have Tory
Hold
Lanez,
on.
Who's been
Hold on. Who's the DJ don't spin? Academics? I never caught that. Is he talking about academics? Oh shit. Yo, this nigga's a fool. Oh shit. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good I've never heard that before. Woo, child.
Who's been trying to get out of conducting his second deposition because he came in and completely was disrespectful to Megan's lawyer throughout the entirety of the first. Megan has filed paperwork for Tory to have to come once again, but this next deposition will be in front of the judge. We also have Aiden Ross, who's been subpoenaed to be deposed. And he's been trying to wiggle out of it because he feels like he has no material information of significance to this situation. However,
Power play.
No, Aiden Ross. No, sir.
Steve.
No, sir.
Define.
So, if y'all don't know,
I want to call
Aiden
your
Ross
attention
is
to an
the
earth-shattering
streamer,
change that's happening in our society
the
that I
white
know you're
dude.
aware of. AI.
Hangs
Are
out
you
with Drake a lot. Him and Academics is cool. Right? If you've never seen him, he's a big-time streamer. And he's always got a lot to say about Meg Thee Stallion. He's got a lot to say about Meg Thee Stallion. He did not hold back his tongue at all. Now that they done cut your ass and they want you depoted, now you don't want nothing to do with it. No, sir. That's not the way it works. Isn't this the same guy talk about, oh, it doesn't matter because my lawyer's a Jew. My lawyer will eat up any charge you guys try to bring to me. You guys will eat up any charge you bring to me. Bring it. Bring it. I'm telling you, my lawyer's I got the best lawyer. This guy acts like he's got better lawyers than Jay-Z. I've got the best lawyers. I got the best lawyers in the United States. Yeah, okay. So so your lawyer is better than Alex Spyro? Yeah, okay. Miss me with that.
He's been denied. Him and Tory Lanez have both been denied. And we're just going to read into this, okay? So first, let's get into Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion's assailant and shooter. A lot of people have been trying to sweep that under the rug like it never happened, say it's a lie. But I think it's very important that we keep that in the conversation, that this is the man who shot
Nolan is a
Megan Thee Stallion and is serving prison time for it, who's finding himself in more issues. Okay, so this is the order denying motion for protective order and or to quash subpoena. This cause came before the court upon non-party Daystar Peterson, that will be Tory, and his motion for protective order and or to quash subpoena related to the subpoena for deposition served by plaintiff Megan Pete. Okay, the underserved reviewed briefing from both parties and held a discovery hearing on October 24th, 2025. So that was last week. After reviewing the materials and record, hearing argument from counsel at the hearing, and being otherwise fully apprised, it is hereby ordered and adjudged that non-party Mr. Peterson's motion is denied. Background. On February 24th, 2025, plaintiff filed an unopposed motion to take the deposition of Daystar Peterson, currently confined in the California Correctional Institute pursuant Rule of Civil Procedure 30A2B. The motion was granted the same day by the district court. Plaintiff attempted to take Mr. Peterson's deposition on April 9th, 2025, but was forced to end the deposition after only 44 minutes due to Mr. Peterson's obstructive conduct. Obstructive, that is, remember, he has to pay as well for obstructing justice. On April 16th, 2025, plaintiff filed a motion for an order to show cause as to why Mr. Peterson should not be held in contempt for his obstructive behavior at the April 9th deposition, and requesting monetary sanctions and the continued deposition of Mr. Peterson to be overseen by a special master. That motion was granted by the district court. Mr. Peterson failed to respond to the show cause order, and on August 1st, 2025, the court ordered Mr. Peterson's continued.
All right, so we basically get the gist of it. What's happening is this. Tory Lanez, even though he tried to dodge it multiple times and over again, he tried to dodge being included into this lawsuit, which is Megan versus Milagro. However, Tory Lanez is a part of this lawsuit because Megan Thee Stallion and her team is accusing him of paying Milagro and having Milagro pretty much speak for him and spread misinformation. And what this whole lawsuit is about as Megan and her people saying that Milagograms, they have proof that Milagograms was being paid by Tory Lanez or Tory Lanez daddy, whoever the case may be. They were paying her to spread misinformation about Megan. Now, there are text messages, there are tweets, there are phone calls, there are anything else, files or what have you, DMs, that according to Megan's people, so just cause to believe that she was being paid. Excuse me. There was also Zelle receipts. Now, at first, I believe they said it was just totaled $3,000 or something like that. Now it's close to 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Milagro, her argument is they never paid her to spread misinformation about Megan. But what Megan's people are saying is, you tell us that you just met Shining Star, or whatever the hell his name is, the father. You just met Shining Star Peterson when the trial started. So if you, excuse me, if you just met him when the trial started, why was he sending you all this money? Right? If you just met him, why was he sending you all this money? So, and then why are you erasing tweets if they don't mean anything? Why are you erasing tweets after we told your ass not to do it? Now they have her paying for sanctions, paying for lawyers that they know she can't afford, but it's hard for me to not have sympathy, because it's not hard for me to have sympathy. I don't like seeing none of my people go through this, and I do consider Millie my people. So I don't enjoy seeing her go through this, and I just only wish she had let her pride go and delete or stop talking about Matt. Because I believe before it got to this part, I believe, to this point, I believe Megan said, stop talking about me. Don't talk about me anymore. Right? And the one thing about this generation and new media is new media feels as though, oh, it's my freedom of speech. It's my right. It's freedom of speech. I can say what I want. Freedom of press, this, that, and the other. And Tasha K took on that mentality, and she owes Cardi B $4 million now. Right? So if anything, that should have taught people, especially bloggers, if a celebrity tells you to shut the hell up and take that shit down, guess what you need to do? Shut the hell up and take that shit down. Because at the end of the day, and Tasha K is rich, right? She's not wealthy, but she's rich. She had already made close to $4 million off of YouTube. So Tasha K had money for lawyers, and even her money couldn't stand up to Cardi B. So I don't know. I'm not in Millie's bank account, right? I don't know what she's got to pay, but if I'm going to look at YouTube and revenue from YouTube, I'm gonna say she has not made as much as Tasha K on YouTube. So if Tasha K had issues dealing with a celebrity, I can only assume that Millie would have issues dealing with a celebrity. When it comes down to these celebrities, just take it down. I mean, just take it down. There's no need of you arguing and fighting with celebrity. Your audience is still going to listen to you. Your audience is still going to listen to you. That's why I don't understand why everyone has a problem saying allegedly or in my opinion or I heard. Like, why do they have a problem saying that? Because they think that it makes them sound less legit. It makes them sound less like they're telling the truth. But your audience is still going to listen to you. So I don't know why everyone has a problem saying allegedly. Just say allegedly. Like this is what they're saying. This is what the people are saying. Now, you can take it as truth if you want. But I just have to say to protect myself that everything is alleged. I mean, what's so hard about saying that? My girl Couture says, opinion is not facts. Opinion is not facts. Right? Love me some Couture. Okay. So, and then Aiden Ross, he's another one. He's like DJ Academics. That's what they say, but it will. It depends on how you say it. Allegedly won't save you after you've already presented as a fact. But if you come out the gate, right, Mimi, if you come out the gate and say, listen, everything you're about to hear is alleged, right? It will save you. But if you're trying to throw, because Tasha K did that with Cardi B. If you start throwing allegedly later because you realize you're in trouble, oh yeah, it's too late then. It's too late. But if you come out the gate from the beginning and say, before we get into this, just to let you know, everything you're about to hear is alleged. Make your own decision on whether you believe it or not. But I'm telling you what I got from my sources. You'll be straight. But people don't want to do that. Because they think, oh, they're not going to believe me. They're going to say, oh, it's alleged. That don't mean they're probably not telling the truth. And then they start doing like Tasha K, and there ain't no damn allegedly. F allegedly. I ain't saying no allegedly. Because there ain't no allegedly. That's facts. I got receipts. I ain't saying no allegedly. Okay. Well, we ain't gonna say you allegedly owe Cardi B $4 million. You do owe it. Hold on. I don't want to smack in the mic. Okay. So Aiden Ross, just like how they did Academics, the DJ that don't spin. I'm gonna start using that now. Because it's so funny, but then it's so true. I ain't never seen that Negro spin not one record. How the heck he get the title of DJ? Me? I let people know that I got it from a source, but I also I also let my source know when they give me information that if I ever get called to court, I'm just letting you know right now. I'm telling them who gave me this information. So are you okay with that? You still cool? Like you still want to give me the information? Fine. I mean, I won't tell nobody right now who told me. Right? And if I pay them for information or if I give them whatever, I'll give it to you. But I'm just letting you know, if it ever comes down to where I have to go to court, I'm letting them know that you told me this. And I hope you're okay with that. Because I'm not going down for nobody. I ain't giving nobody no money. They send me a cease and desist. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Whatever the case it may be. And I'll take, do you want me to take it down? I'll take it down. Oh, no, there is snitching. There is snitching. And Mimi, that's why I let them know that from the beginning. See, I don't railroad them. I just say, listen, this is some hot information. Now, it just so happens that I've never had to do that, right? I've never had to do that because a lot of some of the stuff that people told me, if I feel as though it's a little bit too personal, I won't even mention it. I'll never even mention it. Or I'll mention it and say a rapper and a rapper's girlfriend that we know, blah, 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 blah. I'll do it like that. So you can't get in trouble like that because if somebody gets who you're talking about, that's not your fault. That's why the blind items, that's why they never get in trouble. But they can get in trouble if they do a blind item reveal and that's not the person. Then you can get in trouble. But you can't get in trouble for blind items because you're not mentioning anybody's name and you're letting people guess. So that's a good way to do your celebrity news or whatever. All right, so Aiden Ross, your ass is going to get deposed. They're going to find out whether Tory was paying him. They want to find out what they know about. Since he hangs with Drake, they're going to ask him, was he paying Drake? Like, it's crazy. None of that stuff, in my opinion, has anything to do with Megan, but they're going to find out whether they were getting paid to trash Megan. Right? So, for everybody that's catching on the replay, you can comment down below about that as well. So let's check in with Conscious TV, right? Hold on. And then we're going to get into Maga Minaj. So here goes my guy Conscious TV. Shout out to Conscious TV. So we're going to tap in. See what Conscious TV talking about. I think he's in the middle of a live right now. And we'll listen to a little bit of what Conscious TV is talking about. And then, of course, we'll all discuss that and what's going on with that.
You would think today, real, that these are curly hair motherfucking bundles, bitch. And this ain't even no curly texture, bitch.
Oh, God. Conscious.
Y'all see the way I fried the motherfucking curls up in there?
Oh,
they
my
still
God.
and luscious.
The mouth.
Bitch, baby, and I ain't even needed cocaine to accomplish shit. Look at that. Look at that.
Child.
girl, can just pull them apart, girl, and they still gonna identify as one, bitch. Oh, non-binary ass bundles, bitch.
Oh, mom.
Woo.
I need a beep up for you.
Yeah, bitch.
Okay, I don't
lied on me and told y'all that lie, and I never corrected it. I should have. I never used to really correct lies people told on me. I did that for years, and
Girl,
to
speed
be
it up,
honest,
bitch.
it's one of the things
I'm waiting for her to get to a particular part in here, girl. Then I'm gonna eat her.
I regret not clearing, my name with a lot of stuff.
And you still ain't cleared it, bitch. You're more crazy today than you ever have been.
Simple, but
this when she was like right before she went, right before she took whatever Kanye Way took, baby.
Ain't no coke.
Lord.
Ain't no coke, bitch. No.
And the gag about it is, bitch, is that the same motherfucking punk who twirling this little itty bitty ass wig on her head is the same motherfucking punk that probably been running back to Cardi, bitch, telling her all her true tea.
Scared to sniff something. Well, you know what I have. Hey, Rico Dana, what's good? You know what I have started sniffing? I ain't gonna lie. Hi, Riley.
Okay, so now so far she done admitted, girl, that she sniffed, that she do bud, she pop pills until it's up, and now she about to tell y'all something else, bitch, she done got addicted to.
Baby, you know what?
And I'm glad I pulled this video up, girl, because there was an old theory I had put together, bitch, when she had admitted to this next part.
Hey, pass me that right there so they can see if they really wanted to know what I be sniffing.
I want to get the pre-state.
Yeah. There's no more in there. Open it. Now, to be honest, if y'all don't pass nothing by my face, because if this filter come on.
All right. I'm not really getting anything from this. I was thinking that Conscious was going to check in and talk about the failed receipt day against Ra Ali. So I remember it was supposed to be Friday, right? So that I missed it, what she was supposed to deliver Friday. So I was hoping that's what Conscious TV is going to get into. So maybe they will at some point, but right now he isn't. So maybe I'll check back with him later. Shout out to Conscious TV. But let's get into Maga Minaj. Oh, girl, Conscious. Woo. But I do like Conscious TV. They did send me a message. And they were like, oh, I was watching your channel all yesterday. I'm like, really? Okay. All right. So let's go back and talk about Maga Minaj and why we're calling her Maga Minaj. Exactly what happened. Now, I'm in no way saying that Nicki Minaj, because of what she tweeted, it makes her MAGA. I just want to be very clear. I always thought she was MAGA. So it didn't take this tweet in order for me to think that. And I'll tell you in a minute why I say that. So here's the original tweet. Hold on. All right. Here's the original tweet. Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern, but that is the least of it. When Christians or any group such as slaughtered, like it's happening in Nigeria, so that was Trump, right? So then Nicki Minaj responded. I think she replied to this tweet. And she said, reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror, and it's dangerous to pretend we don't notice. Thank you to the president and his team for taking this seriously. God bless every persecuted Christian. Let's remember to lift them up in prayer. So when she tweeted that, the whole world, especially the bars, went crazy. And now that tweet that came early this morning is now up to 22.8 million. Right? More than likely, it'll probably get to around 50. So after she tweeted that, all of a sudden, all of the Republicans, all of the Maga started hitting her up and telling her, oh, thank you, Nicki Minaj is my favorite rapper. I've always liked Nicki Minaj. Like, you have these people who know good and damn well they ain't never listened to a day of rap in their life. And they're saying, oh, we always like Nicki Minaj, day one. So now she's starting to get these right-wing extremists to come out and support her. So now, of course, her fan base wants to weaponize that and use that to so-called take down Rock Nation. They're still saying she's trying to take down Rock Nation. And what they want to use this, the whole Trump situation, with Jay-Z. Trump and Jay-Z don't get along that great. Even though they respect each other, but they don't get along great. And we all know that Trump was calling for Beyonce to be arrested early in the year. So we know Jay-Z has no love lost for Trump, right? So what a lot of people think she's doing is she's going to start taking on, all of the things that are anti-liberal and anti-democrat. If you remember, she started this last month by throwing little shade at Kamala Harris. Right? She's thrown shade at Joe Biden in the past. And because she throws shade at Kamala, is because Kamala had Beyonce performing for her. Kamala had Cardi B perform for her. Kamala had Megan Thee Stallion perform for her. And it just so happens all three of those girls, yes, I said it, all three, and I don't give a damn what a Barb says because I'll argue down on it. Though all three girls, she considers her ops. Yes, she considers Beyonce her ops. So don't tell me about, oh no, she has nothing against Beyonce. That's BS. She does not like Beyonce. She's always been jealous of Beyonce. She does not like Beyonce. So all three of those girls are her ops, and they all performed for Kamala. So that's why she doesn't like Kamala. Obviously, she has an issue with Jay-Z. Made my ass great again. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised whether she said that or not. But I'll tell you how I knew she was MAGA anyway. Now, of course, she's got the issue with Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, right? And now that Beyonce and Jay-Z went to that event and Trump's daughter and her husband was there, right? And they were sitting around there. Now her fan base will all say, oh, but it was okay when Beyonce did it. Beyonce did it. She sat there with Trump's daughter. So, but why are you getting on Nicki? First and foremost, and I think you could agree on this, Trump's daughter and Trump are two different things. All right? Trump's daughter and Trump are two different things. Daughters don't always have the same full beliefs as their fathers. Children don't always have the same full belief as their father. Second thing is that was an event for prison reform that they did not make the guest list, right? They didn't make the guest list. Now, we got, hold on. I got to call you back, partner. So, now over here with the whole Trump thing, I know what people are going to say, oh, she was just concerned about what's going on in Nigeria. She didn't say anything about vote for Trump or this, that, and the third. I understand that, but this to me is not what made me believe that Nicki Minaj was a Republican. I believe she was Republican the day she started talking down against the vaccines. Most of the people that were anti-vax were Republicans. Most of them. Not all of them, but most of the people who were anti-vax and was saying, oh, it's not real, it's that and third, most of them were Republicans, right? When she stated that about, oh, she doesn't want to do the vaccines, that and the third, I thought right there, she was Republican. Now, most of celebrities are Republicans. I'm not going to say most of them are MAGA because a lot of them don't like Trump's way of doing business. So a lot of them are like, you know what, I'm a Republican, but I'm not going to support him. I'll support another Republican or I'll just won't vote this year or whatever. So it doesn't surprise me at all if a celebrity who's a millionaire or a multimillionaire votes for Donald Trump. It doesn't surprise me at all. Matter of fact, I think probably 90% of the people, celebrities that have a lot of money, I'm going to bet at least 90% of them voted for Trump. So it's not even really that. The thing that, well, I'm calling her Maga Minaj, is that now it seems as though like Nicki's starting to get into like the conspiracy theory type stuff, right? That's, you know, more like the QAnon, more so than the Trump stuff. Like, and you know, I see she's talking and following Liz Crokin, who's like one of the biggest celebrity conspiracy theorists out there. So it's a difference if you are just, oh, I'm a Republican and I'm voting for Trump, and whether you're MAGA or not. It's a difference. It's two different things. Right? You could be Republican, but that don't mean you have to be MAGA. Right? As a matter of fact, in my opinion, and it doesn't mean anything, I just mean, in my opinion, if you're black and you're a MAGA, you better be rich. You better be rich. And because you could always use that excuse, well, you know, it helps my family because I'm in a certain tax bracket, and it helps me when Trump's in office because he caters to a certain tax bracket. I won't even be mad at you. I won't even be mad at you. But for y'all ninjas that's working 9 to 5s, and y'all ninjas that don't got $100 in your bank account, and y'all ninjas that's out there, you're just trying to make ends meet and don't know whether you're going to have a job tomorrow because they can get fired, y'all don't have no business voting for Donald Trump. You have nothing in common with Donald Trump. Nothing. Nothing. And now because you see Nicki Minaj seemingly becoming a Trump supporter, now all of her delusional cult fans are supporting Trump. Or they're talking about, oh, well, Trump's not that bad. He's not as bad as y'all may come out to be. But Nicki Minaj, isn't like 90%, I'll say 85% of your fan base in the LGBTQ community. And that's the same community that Trump and his people try to tear down all the time. They don't believe in. They don't believe in gay. They don't believe in transgender. They try to tear them down at every moment. You see his online minions out there always have something negative to say about the LGBT. So that's your main fan base, and you're taking a big chance by seemingly, not saying she did, seemingly catering to Donald Trump. That's going to alienate, I'm not going to say all your fans, but it's going to alienate a good amount of people. Now, whether you care or not, that's another thing. I really don't think at this point Nicki Minaj cares very much about which one of her fans drop out. You know, I don't think she really cares much. She said, you know, she don't care what people think. So I don't think she cares about what people feel about that tweet. I think she's going to try to use them for whatever leverage on Jay-Z, whatever legend on Rock Nation. She's going to probably get them to back her so she can file a lawsuit, right? And then if you got MAGA backing you, it's going to look like it's legit. Like, oh, it must be legit. She's got this guy back, and he's from Maga. But I do believe that's what she is trying to use them for. Right? To back her as far as Jay-Z goes, you got a lot of people now that's like, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj, you've been invited to the embassy, and I guess the embassy or the chairman or whatever the heck invited her to the United Nations or something like that. So then when you couple that with all of the celebrities that's been doing her TikTok lately, Nicki Minaj is feeling like she's on top of the world. She's feeling like, oh, people are going to really have her back and this, that, and the third. But you have to wait until that record actually drops to see whether these people were legit in their support, right? Or whether it's just a moment. So I'm interested to see what Maga Minaj is going to do, whether she's going to increase her support for Trump. Now, this is what I believe is going to happen. I believe Donald Trump, who never gives out something for nothing, if she says, oh, she wants him to look into Rock Nation and look into this case and that case, Donald Trump is going to say, well, I have no problem doing with that, but if I'm going to do that, then something has to come back in return for me. So it may, if it's maybe you find out some information on this Bad Bunny or whatever his name is, and you can go on and say how great MAGA is. So what I expect her to do is next, look out for her trashing Bad Bunny. I'll say it again. Look out for her trashing Bad Bunny next. So I'm going to tell you what she'll do. I'm going to call her out, and then when she does it, y'all say, hey, you the GOAT. She's going to continue talking bad about Kamala, right? She's going to say something about Kamala not being full black. She's going to say something about, Kamala as far as her credentials or what have you. Oh, that lady thought that she's going to trick y'all into, she called her that lady, and then starts referring to, her having this one or that one perform for her. It, like, never talks about her qualities or anything like that. But she's going to start trashing Bad Bunny because he is the Super Bowl pick. She's going to start trashing Jay-Z again. Trump is going to jump in and agree or co-sign her or something like that. Then all her fans are going to be saying, oh, she's going to do $600K because all the MAGA is going to buy her record. Is this a prediction, or did you have a source alluding to this? I had a source alluding to this. But I'm putting it out a prediction because it makes me look better. It makes me look like I'm a bona fide psychic when it happens. But again, I have to say this as a prediction because anybody alluding this to me is all alleged, right? So that's why I just say I'm making a prediction. See? Smart. I'm making a prediction. Kind of like how when Ashley Tragedy used to steal my talking points and then go in and say, oh, she got this from the cards. But she really like got it from like my live, and she just jotted down notes and then went and said, oh, the tarot card told me. Nah, ninja. I told you. But that's what you can expect. Again, man, she did not say, yeah, Donald Trump, or yes, she was talking about Nigeria, what have you, but there's always a ulterior motive for things that Nikki does. And I believe she's going to try to get them, or she might ask for a pardon for her husband. I was thinking about that too. Do a lot of work for Trump, do a lot of work for his campaign, this, that, and the third, and then get out from the one thing that she feels as though if she gets out from it, a lot of the couple of lawsuits that she has will be null and void. And that is try to ask Trump to pardon her husband. No, he's not back in jail, but he has something on his record. It's kind of like what happened with Desiree Perez. Desiree Perez wasn't in jail, but he granted her pardon. So you grant her pardon, that means that charge goes away. So if he gets a pardon, if the husband gets a pardon, then that's going to remove that charge. Right? So that could also be the ulterior motive, because that's been the one driving thing that everybody always use. Oh, yeah, husband's a jailbird, husband this, husband that. But if she can get that pardon, they can no longer say that about him, because they're not going to be on his record. And anybody else, remember, she's facing another suit with Kenneth Petty's accuser, or Kenneth Petty's victim. She's still facing a possible settlement or what have you on that. So that's what's going on with Maga Minaj. That's the reason why I call her Maga Minaj. How far will she go with this is the question. How far will she go with it? And some of her fans, will some of her fans turn on her? I predict no. I believe, when I said earlier that I believe that she could kill one of her fans' children, and I believe they would find a way to defend her. And she didn't mean to shoot her. She had kind of a big mouth anyway, so I can see exactly them trying to defend her, even if she took out a gun and shot one of their kids, shot one of her kids. So I feel as though she has a fan base that obsessed with her that they would find a way to deflect and forgive Nicki Minaj for killing their child. I fully believe it, right? So for everybody watching the replay, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. For everybody that was watching from the beginning, make sure you liked the stream. I'm getting sleepy now. I ain't gonna lie. Make sure you like the stream and put whatever your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you think Nicki Minaj is now MAGA? Or do you think like me and think that she always was a Republican from the beginning? That's what I think. So give me your thoughts on everything, man. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood, the IE Network. Love and appreciate y'all. We'll catch you on the next one.